Today, I will tell you the story of a movie. The movie is called The Pursuit of Happiness. It is a very famous and inspiring story. Chris lives in San Francisco, a big city in the United States. He has a wife, Linda, and a small son, Christopher. Chris sells a special machine. This machine takes pictures of bones. It is a medical scanner. He wants to sell many machines to doctors and hospitals. But the machines are very expensive. Doctors do not want to buy them. Chris does not make money. The family is poor. They cannot pay the rent for their apartment. Linda, his wife, is very tired and angry. She works very hard, but they still have no money. One day, Linda decides to leave. She moves to another city to find work. She leaves Christopher with Chris. Now, Chris is a single father. He must take care of his son alone. One day, Chris is in the city. He sees a man in a beautiful red car. The car is a Ferrari. Chris asks the man, "What is your job? How can you have such a nice car?" The man says he is a stockbroker. Chris looks at the office building. All the people look very happy. Chris thinks, "I want that job." He wants to be a stockbroker too. He applies for an internship at a big company. An internship is like a training program. The company tells him, "You can be an intern, but we do not pay you money." This is a big problem. Chris has no money and he has a son to feed. Also, there are 19 other people in the internship. At the end, the company will choose only one person for a real job. It is very difficult. Life becomes very, very hard for Chris and his son. Chris cannot sell his machines, and he has no money from the internship. He cannot pay the rent. The landlord throws them out of their apartment. Now, Chris and his son are homeless. They have no home. They have to sleep on the streets. One night, Chris has to sleep in a bathroom at a train station. It is a sad and scary place. He locks the door and makes a bed on the floor for his son. He holds his son as he sleeps. Chris is very sad, but he does not cry in front of his boy. He is trying to be strong. Every night, they go to a shelter. A shelter is a place where homeless people can sleep. But there are many people. They must arrive early to get a bed. Sometimes, Chris has to run very fast after work to get a place for him and Christopher. If they are late, they have nowhere to go. Chris carries his suitcase and his machine everywhere. He runs to work, to the shelter, to pick up his son from daycare. He never stops. He is always moving. Even with all these problems, Chris is a very good father. He loves his son very much. He wants to protect him. One day, they are at a park. Christopher is playing basketball. He tells his father, "I want to be a professional basketball player." Chris tells him a beautiful thing. He says, "Don't ever let somebody tell you. You can't do something. Not even me. You gotta dream. You gotta protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. If you want something, go get it. Period." This is the most important message of the movie. Chris teaches his son to never give up. Chris works very, very hard every day at his internship. He makes many phone calls. He tries to find clients. He is always positive. Finally, the last day of the internship arrives. The boss calls Chris into his office. Chris is very nervous. He thinks he will not get the job. The boss smiles and says, "Tomorrow is your first day. As a stockbroker." Chris gets the job. His eyes fill with tears. He is so happy. He walks outside into the street. He looks at all the people. He is happy, but he is also crying. All the hard work was worth it. He goes to his son's daycare. He hugs Christopher very tight. They are safe now. They have a future. The movie tells us that Chris Gardner later became a very rich and successful man. He never gave up on his dream, and he never gave up on his son. It is a beautiful story about love, determination, and the true meaning of happiness.